Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Walk the Line. And this movie is directed by James Mangold, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. And I thought this movie was okay. I'm not huge on James Mangold. I've seen some of his movies, and the ones that I like are The Wolverine, Logan, and Ford v Ferrari. Like, those ones I do like. Not a big fan of Identity and some of his earlier stuff, but this one, it was well made, it was well acted. Joaquin Phoenix did a great job, and I liked Reese Witherspoon a lot, and even the child performances I thought were good. They don't have a lot of screen time, but when they're on screen, which is only in the first 10 minutes, I thought that they were really good. The movie did look nice overall. It didn't blow me away with how nice it was, but it wasn't anything incompetent for the most part. There were a couple scenes where there were a couple too many close shots, but for the most part, I thought it was a nice looking film. There were also some nice little moments that I enjoyed that I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to spoil anything, but they're sprinkled throughout the movie, and I thought that they were nice additions to the film. It added to the world that this movie is set in, and it gave a little bit to the story. Like, it made it feel a bit more authentic, is what I'm trying to say. And overall, it's a film that I did not regret watching, and I would also classify it as harmless, but at the same time, I didn't find it all that memorable. I found it to be kind of bland, and it just wasn't really feeling it all that much. The first 20 minutes I found to be kind of clunky and all over the place because it keeps jumping to different periods of time and keeps going forward and forward and forward. And it just kind of made me think, just stop, okay? Just let this time period breathe a little bit. But unfortunately, we just don't get that. There's lots of really cheesy moments sprinkled throughout the movie, and I wasn't really a big fan of those elements of the film. And also the romance of the movie I didn't really care for, and that's pretty much the entire movie. It's cheesy at points, and also it has a romance that you're supposed to care about, which I wasn't offended while watching, but at the same time I didn't really feel anything. I also found the wife character to be pretty annoying throughout the entire film. Her character is just to tell Joaquin Phoenix that you can't do this. And I wanted her to leave the movie and never come back. And also, this is just one of those movies where while I was watching it, I just didn't feel any emotion. I was just passively watching it, and this scene happened, and then this scene happened, and this scene happened, and it just had no impact on me. And I'll say this much about it. It did get a little bit better as it went along. Like, once we got to 30 minutes in, that's where the movie started to get good, or specifically when Reese Witherspoon came on screen. And that's when the movie was starting to get more interesting for me. But the problem is that even though it is a little bit better, it's still nothing special to me. I didn't find it particularly memorable. No scene really stood out to me as, like, I'm going to remember this movie for that scene. Like, that never happened. Or, like, I just wish that there was something in this movie that really connected with me, because it is a film that was nominated for Oscars. And I was thinking to myself, maybe there'll be at least some talent here that will, like, impact me in a way that leaves me feeling positively about the movie. And there really wasn't anything like that in this movie. Aside from the performances, like, there was really no scene that stood out or singular moment that made me go, like, yes, this deserves an Oscar. And yeah, I was just waiting for something interesting to happen, and plot-wise, it's pretty much exactly what you think it's going to be, and the way they take the story is fine, I guess, but I was kind of bored and felt as though this is a movie I did not need to see. And I know I said that I didn't regret watching it, and I still do feel that way, but man, I'm just so sick of these movies that I'm watching where I just don't feel any emotion. Especially movies that are over 2 hours. Like, this movie does not need to be over 2 hours. It could have been an hour and a half easily, and the movie would be no different. And that's about all I have to say about Walk the Line. There were things about it that I liked. It's not incompetent. There's talent to be found in this movie. But the problem is most of that comes from the performances and not so much the story or the filmmaking necessarily. So personally, I'm never going to watch this movie again, and that's about all I have to say about it. So my recommendation, you can watch it. It's not offensively bad. It's just hollow, if you ask me. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Walk the Line a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Walk the Line, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.